Alright, hello everybody, welcome to the Fancy Squad. Today we're looking at a co-op game of the newest commander, Nova. I've been playing here quite a lot last few days, since the last episode I did with Nova. And I have a vague idea how she should be played now. And that is what I want to show you today. How Nova plays when you're around level 10, 11. I'm 11 at the moment. And I will probably do one of these kinds of videos when she is level 15. Nova has multiple ways she can be played. A mech way with a lot of factory units, which is fun, but it doesn't feel as strong as it should be. You've got a very stealthy way, which I really like, with a lot of ghosts and cloaked banshees and everything about that kind of stuff, which you have to like, I suppose, but I really dig it. We're playing now with a Furzon commander, which is already quite on a higher level. She's busy with her masteries. One of the few complaints I do have about Nova is she starts up very slowly, even more than most commanders. The first units you can make are 4 elite marines, which are very powerful and tough and extremely strong. They do cost 600 minerals, and that isn't the biggest problem, that it costs a lot. It just takes very long before you can take your expansion or do anything without you feel like I just wasted money or I could have gotten other stuff faster. 600 minerals is just about as much as you need for all your production buildings. It is quite a lot. It really is. But money is not that big of a deal once you've got a bit of an army. Then, all at once, you've got minerals to spare, and you do need a lot of minerals. Because our Griffin airstrike, which is really strong, it's a big line AoE attack that kills almost everything in its way. It does require 1,000 minerals. It costs 1,000 minerals, which is quite a lot, to be honest. Okay, we're playing against the Terrans. That should be fun. Furzon is dealing with him, which is great. Okay, let's make a command center. Nova needs their command center pretty early on. You can't get away with it without one for all that long, because you do need the mineral income. That's why I've been making SUVs, even though my main base is already saturated for quite a while now. I kinda rush through my tech buildings. I'm not going to be using that much of my factory. It is very nice what Furzon is doing right now. This way we don't have to use Nova, which can take care of this all without any problems. But it's very nice. We could break down these rocks. And just to be nice, alright, she already did her own. Her Dark Templars, even though they've been nerfed, are still very strong. Alright, that command center is almost finished. I also like the way the ravens work with Nova. She has a Raven Type 2 that can spawn one railgun turret, one biomechanical repair drone, and one predator missile. But they do not need energy like normal
Our allies' base is under attack.
like normal ravens would, which makes it very easy to use. Alright, got the hybrids.
Executing. Consider it done.
And wait for the next few things. I want those. I am kinda messing up my hotkeys. That's all my fault. Oh, really? Alright, this is pretty bad. I completely forgot to
Upgrade complete.
I'm reading you.
make my tech lab.
Nova here.
Sorry if I'm not doing it
Confirm that
as
last.
good as I normally would. The problem is that playing it while commentating really takes a lot of your concentration away.
It will severely harm the temple for as long as it lives.
Like those upgrades, most of the time I would already have them.
Confirm that last. Status report. Got it.
Although these are just a few units, I am pretty confident we can
Loud and clear.
kill this void treasure with it. As of Nova's,
Say again.
Nova is just very strong. All the units are very,
A Void Thrasher's death has been confirmed.
very powerful. Not
Upgrade
something
complete.
you can just mess with.
Nova here.
Like this
Upgrade
worked.
complete.
Alright,
Confirm that
weird.
last. Status report.
Like now,
The temple's zenith
my
cells are
computer
reactive
just
to our actions.
refuses
I
to
suggest
use
demolishing them for
his
safety's sake.
Complete.
tilde, we call it. It's grave in English.
On the move. Strictly business. Nova here. On the move.
Our allies' base
Pew pew pew, and you're through it. It's that easy actually. Just a sec, it might be a keyboard setting. Yeah, this is a lot better.
signature detected.
Priority
As you
target
can see,
identified.
we've got a lot of money left over. But that's
Nova here.
normal with Nova.
I'm reading you.
There always is something. There's always something you can spend it on, like more turrets. But in this way I'm playing, and
Our allies' base is
with mech it's big opposite. You always need. You never have enough Vespian. You just never have enough. But because there's two ravens,
Our allies' base is under attack.
Say again.
just with those two ravens, they keep all the units alive and well. And there is nothing we should be worried about.
Forces are under attack.
Execute.
Alright, let's focus down those liberators. Most of the time I've got Nova in
Our allies are being attacked.
stealth mode,
Got it.
because she can snipe. But sometimes it's a lot more useful to have her in
Our allies are being attacked.
berserk mode, it's called. because you can take out a lot more units faster way,
Our allies
just a lot less precise. She's dealing with that Zenith stone. I think it's a she. Might be a he. Don't want to assume its gender. You hear a few silent sounds, like a silent sniper, and that's how you
Well
know
fought, commanders. 2 Zenith stones remain.
Nova's ghosts are sniping stuff.
Temple's preparations
Her ghosts are extremely expensive and you never want to lose them,
There remains one last Zenith stone.
but they're extremely powerful.
SCVs are under attack.
Acknowledged.
Alright.
Confirm that last.
I did not want to drop that nuke. I wanted to do that later.
Sailing the temple with a void thrasher. It has to be
Anyway, as you just saw, Nova also has a tactical nuke to her disposal, which is extremely powerful in small groups of enemies. Together with
Our
a
allies' base
tactical airlift, it's called. A small army can be about everywhere in just a matter of seconds. While killing this void treasure, we can be around here in, well, let's say 3 seconds.
Confirm that last.
And that's also very powerful and really useful, because she does not have a lot of units, and rebuilding them is just insane. You cannot lose your army. When you lose your army with Nova,
energy signature detected.
most of the time you lose. Practically always. You've lost. You've lost. I know, it's not all that fair how we are defending.
Say again.
Forzen is doing quite a lot of turret work,
Our allies' base is under attack.
which I really thank her for. That is why we're going to take out this Zenith stone real nice and quickly, so she does not have to care about it.
Our allies' base
As you can see, those marines just randomly died. A very muffled fuse sound. That's with what I mean with those snipes. They're extremely strong, just like any normal ghost has,
Target eliminated.
and so worth it.
incoming.
But I think it's the most fun if with this build of Nova,
En route.
you play with a very surgical precision. You don't just aim, move, cross and kill everything like some other commanders do.
Our allies' base
You really have to watch out, take down the right
Status report.
A void
guys
thrasher
first,
bombarding the temple. You must end its assault.
and you can do quite a lot with those ravens, which
Confirm that last.
when they are upgraded a little bit further will also get a ability to cloak each other, which will make them really cool because you can cloak your whole army.
Say again.
That is why it's also pretty lucky we're playing with Forzen today. Just like this, those ravens. That's just way too cool. Turrets down,
void thrasher slain.
and nothing can survive that. It is too bad she blocked this way.
Our
It's
allies are
insanely
under attack.
strong, but my army can't reach there. It just can't reach.
Confirm that.
Hybrid detected. Marking location now.
The last thing you have to know, care about is that while building your units, you've got a cooldown.
Your forces are under attack.
Some are most of 300 seconds, which is quite a lot for, let's say, a few marines. Or in this case,
Upgrade
she really doesn't have any army. This is pretty interesting how she's playing.
Our allies' base is under attack.
But it's working, I suppose. So
Confirm that last.
it's just a way I would not recommend. I really wouldn't. The other thing is, you always have to watch your army. If you're not alerted to it, it can die quite easily and really fast. That's why you can use your defensive round. It's not that important when playing like this, because you've got your ravens that will repair you.
Our allies' base
But still. Alright. So much static defense up north. Have to kill those drop pods.
are under attack.
You really have to watch your army, because when it dies you cannot rebuild it.
Upgrade complete.
Nuclear warhead armed and ready. En route.
Our allies'
I am building a few more HVs than I would actually need,
SCVs are under attack.
and they're gone.
Got it.
I wouldn't really say it is pay to win, but the joke couldn't be made that Nova is very pay to win, because you do everything with money. Even instant regeneration, that when Nova dies you can just buy her back. Just look at that, that's just awesome. They all just die because they're getting sniped.
Enemy drop pods incoming.
And this is the way that I feel is the most strongest and insane way to play Nova. It's very snowbally. When it is going, it's going good, and it's really hard to stop it.
I'm reading.
But when you make a few mistakes, she is
Got
dead.
it.
The temple's activation is nigh. Continue our defenses,
And
commanders. It is almost time.
If you drop too low
It's
on your
almost time.
supply,
Do not
talking
let the
about
objective
supply,
fall.
100 supply is the max. But around, let's say 80,
Multiple
you're
thrashers have
pretty
emerged from the void.
unstoppable
Dispatch them before they
when you're not
destroy
playing
the
on
temple.
brutal.
On it.
I have played on brutal before, but together with a buddy of mine, it was just barely doable
Got it.
because we missed a few things. Because we were too low level. I've seen people to pull it off.
Our allies'
So it really is doable playing Nova on a very low level.
I am disrupting time now. Be ready to attack.
And that foe thrasher should be dead.
Void Thrasher neutralized.
And we can help out our enemy. Our ally.
Loud and clear.
This is a very unique way to play Forzen. I have not seen this before. I have not played as her
Assault.
like this. But I haven't played her in a very long time, so that's not too surprising.
Deliver them back to the void.
One of the things you have to do is snipe all enemy ravens. They are getting really strong.
Confirm that last.
They're the only way to really kill your units. So that is what the
Status report.
bombing run looks like, the airstrike. As you can see, it's very slow. And it's a good thing we built quite a lot of... Alright, we can go through it now.
Status report.
Alright, that's fancy. Thank you for that. It costs 1,000 minerals, you can't do it too hard, but the cooldown is not all that high, so it's really worth it, and you shouldn't be afraid to use it. Because minerals, well, that shouldn't be a problem. Alright, let's use the tactical nuke.
Our allies' base is under attack.
Griffin's ready for boarding.
She's very mobile because of the airlift. What she really needs the mobility, and it makes her kit very awesome. Alright, this has been my halfway through look at Nova. Hope you enjoyed it. Nova is really worth buying. She's quite a lot of fun, and the $5, well spent. It's very well spent. Hope you enjoyed this, and see you next time on the Fancy Squad.